Mark test 1 2 check. Oi, it is warm in here, chat. So hot. And it's not just because I just came in to the room. Okay, let's turn you down. I'm gonna be camped out right in front of the fan. Hello. Hi. We are here. Hello. Thank you for being here, y'all. How we doing? Welcome in. Hello. Coggles. Thank you for 48 months, Coggles. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Give me 1 second. I gotta open up the chat here. Oh my god, it's so hot. It's officially summer in this booth, chat. Hi, Souther. Glad you're streaming today. I'm glad I'm streaming as well. 4 years, that's amazing. Thank you for 4 years. 4 amazing years, Coggles. What's up, Brando? Thank you for being here, y'all. I'm gonna preface this by saying this is not a music stream. So if you came here for music, it's not that. It's so hot. Also, I'm a little under the weather. I woke up with a little scratchy throat. So I will probably keep talk at a lower tone, if you will. Yeah, oh my goodness. Thank you for that. I'm also very sensitive to sounds. Brandon Laurie, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate that. Yes, it's hot. I'm a little under the weather. I've got like a sore throat. So I've got cough drops on standby. I hope y'all are well. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already caught the Discord announcement, we are dropping episode 3 of the Finding Your Voice podcast tomorrow, Tuesday, July 9th. But you're in luck, chat, because guess what? I'm gonna give you the entire episode way before everyone else, because you deserve it. Y'all are amazing. If you would have seen my Discord, we have a mystery guest for the official for the 3rd episode of the podcast, and you're probably wondering who it is, and I can't wait to tell you. And I'll tell you after I show you this cool graphic that I made. But how's everyone doing? How y'all doing? Is it hot where you're at, Coggles? So it looks like I'm laughing by myself, but I'm not laughing with by myself. I'm laughing with someone here. But who is it? Who's the mystery guest? 97 degrees right now, bro. That's what it feels like in this booth right now, Coggles. It is, I don't know, what is it right now? It is 75. I just went outside a bit before I walked in the booth. It's nice and cool. It's actually enjoyable. You're relaxing. Good, Souther. That's what I need to do. I need to be resting. But yeah, should we just roll the clip? So what I had planned was I was gonna bring up the where the heck did that thing go? Hello? Oh, okay. I was gonna bring up this so you can see the podcast there. And I was gonna keep like my little box on the far end to live react with y'all. I probably will live react. We'll play the whole episode. But I probably won't talk as much. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that y'all can't chat it up here in the chat. That's what you do in the chat. Wow, I don't know what I'm saying. So I think I'm just gonna let's just roll the video. Before I do, I do want to ask if anyone has any guesses to who the guest is, our mystery guest, the official first guest of the Finding Your Voice podcast. Any guesses? I feel like Coggles is gonna get this. Coggles, if you know me well, you're probably gonna get this. But yes, this episode doesn't air till tomorrow. It's going to be available on all streaming platforms. You have an idea? Do you? Do you have an idea? Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, bro. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll roll the video and I'll like react from like the camera and stuff. But I very much want this to be a discussion, so feel free to discuss amongst yourselves what resonates with y'all. Okay. Does it begin with the letter R? No. And the letter R is not anywhere in their name. Okay. I'll give y'all like another minute. Coggles, you probably already on to me. You know who it is, probably. Thank you for the burp. How are you, Coggles? Okay. I genuinely want to know, but it's very hot. So why don't y'all grab a snack, water, something. It will take about an hour. It's like 54 minutes long. So feel free to pop in, pop out, whatever you want to do. I'll get one more guess. Coggles, go ahead and put who you think it's going to be, and then I'll roll the clip. No singing, Michael. My voice therapist today, she was like, easy, gentle. You're going to guess merge. Is it merge? It's not merge. Although I really want her for the podcast, and she has agreed. We just have to figure out an episode date. I will tell you now, Coggles. My official guest, the official first guest of the Finding Your Voice podcast is Nicholas Pillapill. Remember him, Nicholas? I really wanted him as the first guest because, well, you'll find out. I tell you why in the podcast. I'm giving it away. Okay, so let's roll the clip. Let's do a quick little sound test. Thank you. Yes, it is officially Nicholas. Nicholas is one of my close friends, for those of y'all who don't know, who's really been instrumental in my life in terms of being creative. I'm not, without going too much into detail. Okay, so give me, Coggles, chat, let me know if I play this and I go full screen. You can see that, right?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
And you can hear that?
To Finding Your Voice podcast. I cannot tell you how excited I am.
I see it.
To be here today because we have a special guest, and not only.
Y'all see that? Audio and sensual. Audio and sensual. Kind of low on volume. Okay, thank you. It is low on volume. I will bring it up. How about this?
Only is it a special guest. It's the first guest on the Finding Your Voice podcast. And I have been dreaming about this all year long. And we're just going to hop right to it. So thank you.
I could bring it up a bit as well. Let me know. Is that better? I'll bring it up just a tad. I'm gonna have to wear headphones for this one, chat. And blast it up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna roll it. You just let me know, chat, if we need to change anything, okay? Alright, without further ado, this is episode 3 of the Finding Your Voice podcast. We're now available on digital streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, things like that. Enjoy. Discuss. Sit back. Relax. Enjoy. Okay. Go here. Back here. Okay. Oh, shoot. No, hold on.
Everybody.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I need to turn off. I'll turn off my mic for a bit. Okay.
To the Finding Your Voice podcast. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be here today because we have a special guest. And not only is it a special guest, it's the first guest on the Finding Your Voice podcast. And I have been dreaming about this all year long. And we're just going to hop right to it. So thank you for tuning in. I will preface this by saying that Ronnie is not here with me today. She's busy with work at her new job. So she won't be joining us in today's episode. So it's going to be me and my special guest, which I will get to with this amazing intro. Here we go. Get ready, because it is, this is quite the bio. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Nicholas Pilipil is a Filipino-American playwright whose plays have not only been published, but have garnered numerous awards nationwide, including the winning of the legendary Samuel French Off-Broadway Festival. On top of being an award-winning playwright, Nicholas is a member of the Asian American Theater Collective Artists at Play and an alum of the prestigious The Writers' Room at the Geffen Playhouse. His acclaimed romantic comedy, The Bottoming Process, recently received its world premiere at I Am a Theater Company, and the Los Angeles Times called him a, quote, complex and shining voice. And just when you think that was it, because there's so much more here, he's also an accomplished and incredible songwriter whose work you may have heard if you listen to my music. So please, without further ado, welcome my bestie, my tiger mom, a storyteller you'll want to look out for. So please follow him on Twitter. His tweets are so funny. The first official guest of the Finding Your Voice podcast, Nicholas Pilipil. That's you.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm so excited.
I know it's fun. I've been quite a few people's first, so it's normal to be here.
I wanted you to be the first guest because like you are so instrumental just in like inspiring my own artful journey and me finding my own voice. So I'm so honored. I'm
I don't
probably
know
gonna
if it
cry
was
at some
like
point.
inspired. I think I kind of just forced you.
Yay.
That's true. That's why I call you. That's why I've deemed him my tiger mom. And
Honestly, I love it. Like literally on Mother's Day, I'm like waiting for a text or a tag. And I'm not even joking.
I probably would do that this year. I'm gonna tag you this time and be like, thank you to my tiger mom, because I honestly would not be where I am if it weren't for you. Like you literally pushed me to do things that I was so scared to do. And I thank you. So it's kind of a full circle moment here. So I'm super honored to have you here. Thank you for being
Well,
here.
you're welcome.
I'm going to say that so many times.
I expect my royalties.
Yeah.
Actually, I get some. And like I always kind of get surprised. And I'm like, I check my bank statement. I'm like, oh, I made so much this quarter.
You mean like the 90 cents or the $1? I don't know. How much do you make?
Last quarter, I made like $5.
Oh my God.
And I was like, your first album, I wrote most of it, so I get a lot of like mechanical royalties. So on some of those songs, I probably get more than you.
Yes. Okay. So like I had mentioned, for those of y'all listening, Nicholas and we wrote music together. That's on my first debut EP called Trust. And I have to like point out the fact that he's wearing my merch. Like if that is not a mom supporter, like yes, touch yourself, please. You are worth the risk. That's from my Nook.
I know, and I don't wear color because I have body dysmorphia. So like I'm showing you my full body to wear this bright colored shirt.
And I know you don't want me to mention it, but the thighs. The thighs.
I know.
It's 40 degrees outside, y'all, and he came in wearing short shorts. You just came back from where?
Right at Tribe in Los Alamitos.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm really into like the Princess Diana look where it's like hose shorts and like a baggy sweater.
Hose shorts and a baggy sweater. Yeah. Okay. Is
like,
that what she wore?
Well, it's like women's shorts.
Okay.
But on a boy, it's like
got it.
Definitely hoey.
I'm into the like oversized clothes. Like I want to start wearing more.
You should, because you know why? When you wear tight clothes, everyone knows how old you are now. It's the thing. If someone's in skinny jeans, you're like, oh, they're over 30.
Okay, so rate my outfit. Let's try to be apart.
Yeah, so. You're over 30.
I am. I'm turning 33 this year.
I know. My acting range is 18 to 25. That's all you're getting from.
Yes. I think I'm at that age now where I'm like, I can actually pass for like late 20s now. Because before I was playing just all like middle school, high school, and even when I was like 22, I was still playing like early high school.
Right.
Like it just,
Yeah.
it's that Asian persuasion and young baby face,
Yeah.
if you will.
Everyone's actually lucky I'm not an actor. So
Didn't you? Okay, well let's. You were an actor at some point.
I was featured ensemble in a wonderful production of Sideshow the musical. I was the only ensemble member with a spoken line, and the line was, "We all did," and I garnered praise
gosh.
from myself.
I praised it.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm actually doing this actually in March. I'm in a writers group for solo show writing at East West Players,
Uh huh.
and I actually have to perform it in March. That's like part of the workshop where it's so like we started it last fall and we like write.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's gonna culminate in me having to perform it.
You have to perform that one line.
No, my solo show.
Oh, the whole.
Like yeah, and I'm like freaking out because
got
I
this.
applied to it on a whim
Yes.
because I was bored and I was like, oh,
Shoot your shot. Yeah.
and then like I'm so talented, I got it. I'm just kidding, but but then it's like I was like, oh, I didn't think about this because I have to perform it, but I'm not a performer. Like
You are though.
no, but I'm not. And so like actually in the workshop, I kept getting in trouble because I kept holding back my writing because in my mind I'm like, okay, what do I actually feel comfortable performing rather than like how do I be vulnerable?
Uh huh.
And then so like in the middle of it, I had to be like, okay, well just like write it
Yes.
and then suffer later in rehearsal.
But okay, the thing that I was digging out when you.
So I'm gonna be an actor. Watch out.
You are. Yeah. Look out, Hollywood. No, what I was saying, what I was trying to dig at is because you were a child star. I wanted you to talk about that.
I was a child actor.
Okay.
Meaning my mom thought I was cute and I could make her money. So I did like auditions and like our voicemail machine on our landline was like, "Hi, you've reached our house. If this is for Nicholas's acting, leave a message. If it's not, don't call us." But like I'm telling you, I'm very shy. And
Okay.
so doing those auditions and those workshops, like I never booked anything because I would go into the room and I'm like, okay, how do I tank this? Like, no. Like, I wasn't even trying to get anything. I was like, I can't do this.
Oh.
So I'd either freeze or I'd either be like, I don't want this. Let me do bad.
Interesting. Okay. So
I like it was never something I wanted. And so, like, it just never worked.
You were kind of forced into it. It was very like Dance Moms sort of deal.
Because I was so cute.
You are cute. And you're still cute. The thing that I like, what's interesting is that your mom was like a stage mom, right? She got you and she kind of pushed you into like entertainment, whatever. I was the stage kid. Like I was the one that had to like convince my mom, buy me headshots. Mom, take me to acting classes. Mom, this is the casting directors I need to get in. Like I like researched that all myself, and I was like being like spearheading my career because my mom didn't know any of that.
Right.
Like I had to like tell her and really convince her.
What age did that start?
Oh my gosh. I think I got the acting bug at like 10.
I'm trying to think. What was I
12.
into at 10? I don't think I was like.
Yeah.
Well, I think when I was growing up, I was like, I want to be a pediatrician. And then I like Googled it, or back then it was Yahoo or Bing or whatever. And then I was like, oh, it takes like 12 years to be a doctor. F that.
So what did you want to like when you were growing up? Like you we're all like, in elementary school and be like, when I grow up, I want to be blank. What was that?
It was a pediatrician for like the longest time.
Oh.
But then after that, I was like, I want to be a journalist because Lois Lane was a journalist.
Okay.
But then I'm shy, and I was like, oh, journalists have to talk to people, and I was like, I can't do that.
Okay.
And so it didn't work out. But what's funny, it's like when I look back, writing was always like something that I enjoyed and that was there. But it was just nothing I ever like considered in the way that I do now. Even when I got into playwriting, it wasn't on my own accord. Like someone was like, you should do it because you're funny. And I was like, and so then then I was like, oh no, I do like this. So like, but looking back, I could see like the seeds of like writing. Like my favorite toy, and there's pictures of me when I was a kid, was like a typewriter, like a Fisher Price typewriter. And I'm like 4 years old. I used to eat paper. Like it was literally inside of me writing.
Paper, yeah.
And then the journalist thing. And then I remember I tried to write a novel and I was like 8, and it was called like The Gold Letter Opener.
Ooh,
and it was about like this like sexy woman who was like murdering people with her letter opener.
With her letter opener?
Yeah.
Like Psycho.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I never finished it because I was like, this is hard.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
That's,
Well, then I started writing songs in high school because I was like, oh, I'm so emo. And so I wrote like songs about how I hate my dad and he hits me and stuff like that.
Okay, so I was trying to find like when did it finally like click to you that you're like, I think I like writing. So it was like when you got the typewriter, like doing all that stuff was.
Well, yeah, I think when I first was like, oh, I'm doing writing for fun or because I like it, was really writing songs in high school.
Oh, okay.
Um,
On GarageBand.
I did. I made like my own beats on GarageBand.
Yes.
I learned to play like 5 chords on the guitar.
Yes.
Um,
This is before I jumped into the
yeah,
picture.
before you
So
jumped
you
in the
were well
picture.
off.
And so, yeah, I would just like write things and
Yeah.
um, post them anonymously.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I met you because for those some context, we met in college in the theater department. And you had your like MacBook or whatever, and you were just showing like all of your YouTube. Do you not remember?
Oh yeah, no,
that?
maybe I did do a lot of YouTube.
Yes, because you cross pollinated your original music with your food content. Because back then you were a food.
I did
blogger.
have a semi popular vegan food channel.
And you know what's in my head? Like, what's playing? Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I think it opened. It was like, "There's nothing to eat in this house."
Yes, because the whole thing it was skits. Like I would open every
And
episode.
no,
with
also
skits.
it was vegan. Like
Yeah.
vegan cook was a vegan cooking show.
Yeah.
Was that what it's called?
I'm
Okay,
not good at
continue.
naming
It was
things.
skits. Yeah.
So every episode started with skits. Yeah.
Yes. And that started your YouTube days, right?
Yeah, and then I like made like parody stuff that kind of got popular, and that
Please
ignited.
mention it. This is the time.
Well, I think I like there was this one video of me and my cousins pretending to be Jennifer Coolidge in the movie Click,
Oh my god.
where she's like Donna and I are going to the gym and all the guys are gonna be looking at us, and then she goes "Ooh, ooh," and she like squeezes her boobs, and so we posted that and it got like 300,000, and then people were like, kill the, can I cuss on this?
Yeah.
They're like, kill the fags and rape that girl. So like, and they were like, oh wow, we're popular. And then I did like a parody of like Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball, where like I licked a hammer, and then
Yes.
that got me on like German
Oh,
news TV.
Okay. Do you remember when I went to I texted you one time? I was at Best Buy and I like went on the computer and I typed in your thing and it broadcasted it on like every single television screen, like monitor at the store. And I was like, Nicholas, I'm gonna get in trouble. I was trying to get you views, right? As you
Yeah.
do, because you want to
Yes, you
build
support
that
people.
audience, right? So at Best Buy, I like typed in your name and it showed you licking a hammer
Right.
and it was on.
I'm dedicated. That video got me a YouTube manager.
What happened to them? Oh.
I kind of stopped making videos because I was.
Oh,
like,
I remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember we would go to like the YouTube.
That's what
and
went to YouTube
we-
Space.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Space. We would go to like the parties and stuff, but it's just like I wasn't into it.
Okay, but then we also have to. A notable mention is Chardonnay.
Oh,
Chardonnay.
yes, yes.
Chardonnay. Can you give context?
It was my operatic debut single called Chardonnay.
Inspired by the show.
Inspired by the show. What's the show called?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Starring Titus
Pinot
Burgess.
Noir. Yeah.
Yes, Pinot Noir. Yes. So that was.
I'm sorry, but like parody songwriting is like my passion.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It's a great segue into Becky and Baldwin, is that how that, I guess, conglomerate started?
It was me and my friend Mara Del Rosa. We're just like depressed people, and we're like, everyone hates us. No one wants to do our work, and we're like, let's make our own opportunities for Asian. And so we like started a production company called Becky and Baldwin, and like the whole thing is like, oh, no one likes us because we're not white, so like our company is just 2 white names, and we're like, maybe we'll trick them.
Why is that news to me? I don't know why that didn't.
Well, Becky, because like it was like Becky with the good hair.
That's what I thought.
And then Baldwin is like slang from the movie Clueless, where it's like a Baldwin is like a hot guy, and so that's where Becky and Baldwin comes from.
Okay.
And then so like we've done like short films, and it's played at like national festivals.
I was there at your first like
Yeah.
movie premiere and
Had
somewhere in North
great
Hollywood.
reviews.
Yes.
And then we produced one of her plays. It was like sold out, and then we have a lot of like digital media stuff and things like that. And so whenever we had a podcast too. It ran for like 2 seasons, and then I was like, I got too busy, honestly, and I was like, if you want to do this, I'll be a host, but you have to produce it.
I was gonna ask like what happened to it.
No, literally, it was like I got too busy to produce it, and I was like, I'm happy to do this, but I can't produce. I can be your co-host. And
Yeah.
she got busy too because she used to work for the Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
So like she was producing podcasts as well. So like it kind of just like fell on the side.
Yeah, which I know you like planted the seed. You're like, you should probably talk to Mara about podcasting.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
And it kind of sucks. Like
Mara, I love you if you're watching.
It was a cool podcast. Like it got popular-ish. Like we had a nice like distribution and so,
Would you ever go back to it?
yes,
or restart?
It's talent only.
All right. No, I think it'd be a nice. What I love about like moments like that, especially in artistic journeys or your creative journeys, really is like when you have moments of pause, then you can really rethink things and rebrand. And that's sort of why this podcast was created, because I've been in this place in my life where I feel, in some ways, for a while, creatively unfulfilled. And like, because I'm not able to sing and perform as much as I want, like I've been forced to look at different avenues to create and find and express, really. So it is inspiring for me to sit next, like, by you, to hear about your story and how you essentially found your voice through writing. So can you talk about um what that was like for you?
Um, yeah, I think with writing, I guess with finding my voice, like, I when I started playwriting, it was mostly for fun and it was in service of others. It was like I started writing when like diversity started getting trendy. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna write like these plays with like Asian people and brown people, and I want to put my friends in it, because like all my friends are actors. And I was like, how do I do this? And so I was just writing these things that were for everyone else and that were just like, I don't know, kind of too out there and too extreme in terms of like my idea of pushing the boundaries, which is just means it was offensive. But then there was like a shift where I was like, okay, well, what does writing look like if I'm writing for myself? And what does writing look like when I sacrifice something within, right? When I get vulnerable.
Right.
And then when that happened, it's like that's actually when
It clicked.
not that it just clicked, but like I was like, I started working. Like before, like writing was like a hobby and I was like, oh, I do this for fun. And then when I wrote my play The Bottoming Process, that was like the play that kind of like turned my playwriting into a career. And that was the first play where I was like, okay, what do I want to explore in myself and put on the page? And that was the first time I did it. And when I did that, it just like took off. It got noticed. And the only reason why like I work and have a team now is because of that play.
Oh.
And it's because that play was where I was like, okay, let's be honest, you know. And then I learned, like we work so hard for like representation and diversity. And I learned that just by being myself and staying true and honest to myself, I actually reach more people than trying to serve others in what I assume is what they need.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because I was like, oh, like this is just me. And then people would come up to me after the play and then be like, oh my God, that's my story. Like, oh my God, I went through this. And I was like, oh, actually, because the play kind of gets like sad and traumatic. And so they would say that to me and I'd be like, I'm so sorry because that's not a good thing. I know that you're like relating to me, but like,
Yeah.
you went through that. Oops.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I think it was I didn't know that was. I mean, it makes sense now, like you talking about.
Okay, well, I just want to point out, like, that didn't happen to me. Like, cause like in the play, like it's just like
Yeah,
this
give
Asian
context.
guy who like dates this white guy, and then like white supremacy stuff, and like kind of gets erased, microaggression, da da da, and then like it's a pretty like messy relationship. Oops. But like that didn't necessarily happen to me in that way. Like, it's not an autobiographical play, which everyone thought it was. But that's my fault for putting a Filipino person who looks just like me in it. Um, but like, those things are my world and those are things I've experienced in certain
Sure.
ways, but
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly
But I
that
think
way.
what's really interesting about that is that it really is embedded in your truth, and the way you're talking about this piece, that like where it clicked for you, then where you had to go within yourself to find the truth, is that's when it started to resonate.
Yeah.
And I think that is so important that we do that as artists, as playwrights or whatever, that we instill at least an ounce of truth in there, because that is what sets us.
Yeah, well, I always always say, I mean, I don't always say it, but like, um, when I run like a writer's lab for like emerging writers, when I talk to them or I talk to other people who ask for advice, like on TikTok and stuff, like I get like DMs from the children. And
Not the children.
yeah, they do. They're like, "Can you send me that monologue?" They're like, "Oh, do you have any advice for writing my short play?" And then so what I say, it's like, like be honest, and if you don't feel like you're sacrificing a part of yourself, I don't think your play is going to be good.
Mm.
Like I feel like in creating meaningful art for me,
Mm-hmm.
I need to be embarrassed to have admitted that.
Okay.
And I need to feel like I have lost something. Like if I'm writing a play and I feel comfortable for people watching it and I don't feel exposed, then I'm like, what was the point?
It's got to cost something.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm not writing a multi-cam comedy. Like I don't need to write jokes. Like I just want to tell the truth.
Okay.
Or my version of the truth.
Right.
Tell my story ish.
Right. Okay. So let me unpack the bottoming process, which, by the way, anyone, if you're
Produce
it right there. You want to tell them
Produce
the
it.
camera? Yes. Produce the show. With that, when you were writing it, did you know like, oh shit, this is tapping into something that is really
No, because I don't have a lot of self-confidence. So like literally I'm just writing a romantic comedy. And the way I approach writing is like actually I don't know what I'm writing when I get into it. I kind of pick like genres. So like, I went into it as like I want to write a romantic comedy.
a rom com.
And so I was just writing like two people da 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 da. And then as you get into it, it's just like, oh,
Brings up.
yeah, I was like, this is what it's about. Like even when I was writing the play and eventually got to this point where it was like, white people affect me this way. And and then I was writing it and then it switched and I was like, oh wait, the play's actually about how I align myself to whiteness.
Oh.
And therefore I like sometimes put that on myself because of what I aspired to, which was taught to me by the media.
I'm getting
Right?
chills. Yeah.
And so like you find it as you go through it. Like I don't ever have an intention to be like, I'm gonna unpack these.
I'm gonna make
issues.
this. Yeah.
Speak
on this.
It kind of I hate saying it, but it like organically just comes up.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of ideas.
Please. He has all the ideas.
Like yeah, so like I spend a lot of time just free writing. I like with plays at least. I just write a lot of conversations, and I like make myself chuckle. I'm like, that's funny.
You are funny though.
And then eventually, like, I'm like, oh, that's what the story could be. That's interesting,
You
But
are-
I never, again, I start with genre.
a genre.
Yeah.
That's kind of your process.
Mhm.
That's really cool because I don't think I ever. I mean, we've talked about the show and a little bit of your how you came up with it, but I don't really understand. I didn't think I really got the whole story of how it came to be and how it clicked for you.
Well, honestly, it started with just the title, The Bottoming Process. It sounded funny. And
Did the title
nasty.
come up like how soon in the process did you get the title?
Literally, like, in the beginning, I was listening to a podcast called Las Culturistas, and like randomly they're just like the bottoming process.
Is
So-
that with Bowen Yang?
yeah. And
Oh
then-
my god, I love them.
I don't even know what they were referencing, but they were like the bottoming process, and I was like, ooh, that's the title of my play. And then so from there, like kind of just wrote it. But
Shout
like,
out to Las
Las
Culturistas.
Culturistas,
Yes.
yeah.
That's really fascinating. I love that. It's such a full circle moment because not to bring me into the picture, but it was I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part.
I still have to post your version of the monologue on TikTok. I keep
Oh
forgetting.
God! Oh, I forgot that you had that.
I'm gonna post it.
No, when?
Well, I need to get back into TikTok this year because I have a few projects coming out this year, and so like,
not me being the first TikTok up there. Don't do
but
that.
no, I will. But like, the only reason I'm on TikTok is because like when I have projects, it's like I need to get on there to build my audience so I could promote.
Yeah.
And I took TikTok off of my phone like, the second half of last year because I was
Okay, boundaries.
too distracted.
Yes.
But I have to get back in for PR.
Okay, but just to give context, like there's a really beautiful monologue in the bottoming process. I actually auditioned for the LA production of it. I wanted to be
Sorry. It's fine. It was for the understudy.
Okay. I wanted to be a part of the show so badly because I read the play. I knew that my best friend wrote it, and I was like, and I just didn't expect it to hit me in the way that it
And well,
did.
the thing is, I coached you. I really tried to help you get it too.
I know, and I appreciate you so much.
Well, here's the thing: you just tell all your connects, and you get your production running.
You know what? Yeah, it did. I will say, I mean, not to make this a whole thing, but I was really bummed that I wasn't able to be a part of like the acting part of it. I was like,
You did write a song for it.
I did. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
There's a silver lining to this entire story. I promise y'all. But like, I remember when auditions came out, I was like, oh my god, I gotta be a part of this. And like, Nicholas, do whatever the fuck you can to get me in this show, because I read the play and I was like, that is literally my life in the last like year, and down to like the character's name being
Right.
having some significance in my life, girl.
But the thing is, like, also, I was like, this is exactly the direction of the director. Like, I really tried.
I know. No, I appreciate any effort you did. And he promised. He was like, I'm gonna get you in the creative process, and we did. We ended up writing a song together.
Well, you produced it too.
Oh, I did do that.
Like, legit. Like, he was Max Martin.
No, please.
Have you produced a song since?
No.
Okay, we're gonna do one. Actually, no, we'll do one. You want to do one? Because I have an idea for one that I actually need to do.
Which he just said, I don't have any ideas. Shut up. You have all the ideas.
Oh, I can't. We'll talk after.
Yes.
Because, like,
oh my god. Yes.
I'm like, I have to do it for for
Yeah. And I think I'm just
gonna
gonna hold you accountable, because you were supposed to send me some country lyrics, and
Did I not?
You didn't.
Oh.
Or maybe you did and I just forgot.
Yeah,
I'm very stubborn. Yeah, I forgot. Let's blame it on me because you're the guest. But yeah, so we wrote a song, and like going back to what you were saying earlier, when you start your process, you start with a genre. We started with just an idea. This wasn't the whole purpose was to write a song for the play, but there was no guarantee it was going to make it to the play.
Correct.
There was no guarantee that it was going to be published in any way. At the end of the day, and we said this during the process, I was like, Nicholas, I don't know if we still got it, because we hadn't written anything in such a long time. And it was sort of like dusting off the cobwebs when writing that song. And I was like, whatever happens, whether or not this goes in your play, we'll use that as like an exercise to write music. And if it isn't a song that goes out, we have a song. We have something.
It came up because in the show, we needed a song for a certain part of the show, and it was expensive to get rights for songs.
Yes, it is.
And the director was like, "Here's some songs I'm thinking of," and I was like, "No, not that song."
And they're like big time artists, right?
Yeah, and I was like, I could write a song and we could just use it for free. And so
didn't they say like, you can do that? Right?
Yeah,
they were like,
oh. And so like literally we were talking about this. I don't use notes on my phone. I use email drafts. So like I pulled up an email draft, I wrote the lyrics, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is done. And then I called you and I was like, let's write the music to it, because I'm not that musically inclined. Like literally when we write songs, I was like, I like bees.
He's talking about the chord.
The chord. And then I'll be like, I think it sounds like and then like you just like you filter it, and then you come up with chord progressions, and then you like and then I love it when we write melodies, because like we're just talking like aliens to each other. We're like na 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 na, and you're like
it's so weird. If anybody watches our process, we're like, what the fuck is happening? This makes no sense.
And then like I love your voice recordings too, because we're like, it's like dude, and then I'll be like
I wish I could pull it up. I wish sound bites for it, but I love our process because it's so unhinged and chaos in the most unique way. And I think that's why it's like the yin and yang. Like you bring in something that's far off what I'm used to, and I kind of come in with my own thing, and we balance each other out in such a way. The way I would describe it is, Nicholas is very heavy on words. Obviously, he's a playwright, and as songwriter, I like writing the music and melody. If anyone's familiar with writing music, I love top lining, which means basically coming up with a melody on top of a existing chord progression or whatnot. Music theory. But I love that's. I was very surprised. Like, you don't understand, and maybe.
What were you surprised about?
I was surprised that like we still had it.
Oh,
that we still got it, and I think
I knew it. I wasn't surprised.
I mean, I
was surprised when you produced the entire track, like from the instrumentals and everything. Like, I like honestly, like I just needed help so bad. I was like, you could do it, and I was like bullshitting you. Like literally, I was like, he could do it, and then you did, and I was like, see, I knew it.
I didn't.
I was like gassing you up.
You were, and I didn't know, like you being the tiger mom and the supportive friend that we love so much, that literally like calls you on your shit and makes you like get on top of your shit. Like you said, go produce. I was like, what? I don't know. And I just fucked around with Ableton and whatever and came up with that.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Now you're a producer. And it was like legit. Like it sounds like a song.
It does. It sounds like a really
And
good
then when we sent it to get like mastered and engineered, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I remember. And I was getting live, like, essentially like live tweets or live texts from Nicholas when they were playing it
Yes.
and premiering it in the theater. And I was like this at home, going like, oh my God, what if they hate it? What if they hate it? Oh my God, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was
fun.
It was amazing. Also, shout out to Michael Alvarado, who helped mix and master that whole thing.
And singer George Salazar.
And singer George Salazar.
Who sang the track.
Yes, we're going to name drop here.
Yeah.
But just to go back to that.
But let's talk about songwriting, because like we're talking about like finding your voice. And
yes.
let's talk about your album.
I love how you just became host now.
What was it called? The Truth? Trust. I didn't write that song. But like,
yes, the debut EP.
Yeah, I feel like with that, it was a very finding your voice project. Because with writing that, it was literally like, what do you want to talk about? And then it was literally like pulling things from you and literally saying what you wanted to say for the first time.
Yeah.
And
that was hard.
Yeah. I mean,
because I didn't know what I wanted to say as an artist.
Yeah.
And I don't think not to interrupt, but like I didn't find my voice as an artist. I like knew how I wanted to sound and sing, but I was like, what?
Well, that's why it was fun for me, because writing the lyrics for that, a lot of it was like interpreting you and finding where I can meet you in the middle through my own experience and putting it out there. And so it was fun, even like with the songs that you wrote and then you came in with, like Trust. Like I think you wrote most of that with the lyrics, and then we went in there, and I think I like helped with the bridge or the second verse, you know, and it was like, again, like tightening and helping strengthen your voice. And yeah, that was really fun. And then it's nice because then like with your second album, you had the comfort level to,
because of that. Yeah, no, it's
and I was like, I was like,
go ahead, rag on me.
No, I was like, oh, I don't get a help on that one.
I was selfish, and I wanted to.
No, it wasn't selfish, but it was like, it's like the thing where it's like, you needed to do it alone.
Yeah, you know, let the birdie fly, bro.
Yeah, you needed, and you did it.
But it's that foundation that we set together, and that honestly that you helped me get to. So I will go over the moon and back to say thank you for giving me my voice. And
I didn't give you.
Well, you gave me like the tools I needed to find it, and essentially like having the strength and the courage to share my voice. Because when you make music for the first time, if anyone, or art, it feels like you're put on this platform and you're like, okay, what do I want to say? And I had no idea what I
didn't
wanted
even want
to
to
say.
sing.
I didn't want to sing.
You weren't even a musician.
No, I wasn't.
Well, here's the thing. When I first met you, I hated you because you were a good singer. And I was like, oh.
Say that again. For the record, you hated me.
I hated you because you were a good singer. Well, here's the thing, because like we were in the theater department, and I remember you were in my scenic class, and I was like, what is this Asian nerd doing in here? Because you don't look. I was like, you didn't look like a theater kid. You looked like a normal person. So I was like, who's that? And then we did like the stage crew, and I was like, oh, you're actually a theater major? That's weird. And then like I was just like singing backstage and being weird because like I was bored.
Singing on the carpet, you were singing A Whole New World, pretending to be Princess Jasmine.
And then you started singing. I was like, oh,
I hate him. He sounds so good.
He sounds amazing.
Well, I don't sound like that anymore, boo. At least not right now.
And then so like when you see that and like you're playing the guitar, and I was like, wait, you can do all that? I'm like, why aren't you doing it then?
See, our connection is it sprouted from jealousy, and
that's literally how I function. I'm like,
can I tell you,
fueled by jealousy.
My first impression of you, I just thought, wow, this guy's very eccentric. He's very like out there. Like,
was I?
Yes, you were. 1 second you were showing us videos on your MacBook of your YouTube videos from your cooking show. I was like, okay. And then the next you're like on the fucking carpet singing A Whole New World. Like you just like extremity.
In my defense, I think I was bored.
That's fair.
Because we sat there backstage.
I had never been around someone like that with that energy. And I'll say this every time somebody asks, how do we meet? It was in like the story was being in your car and you driving around that parking stump going to Whole Foods. That was my first experience.
I was like,
going
I
to Whole
don't need to
Foods.
reverse. I'm just gonna drive straight out of the parking, and there was a planter.
What was it? Who was in the car? Alina or whatever? What was her
Probably.
name? Yeah. So we were in the car, and my first time going to Whole Foods because we were working on a show as part of our curriculum, whatever. Nicholas is like, yeah, I'll drive us. We hop into his little white Scion, Desdemona. He names his cars. And he drives off. My first time riding the car with him, and he goes over the parking stump, and that's when I knew. I was like, we're gonna be besties.
And it was like, oh, oops.
Thought I died. I was like, we're not gonna make it back. I'm not gonna. But
I'm a bad driver. I'm crazy.
Asian.
Yeah.
I mean, I try.
Like I say, some stereotypes are true.
Yes.
Wow.
But I mean, here we are. But it's just been such a crazy journey, and so I'm so excited to see what's coming up for you. The things that you're working on. You are one of those people that I continuously become inspired by every single time because you're out there doing the shit, doing the thing.
Thank you.
I know that's really hard. This is
I know it's really hard for me to
This is like
accept.
therapy session. It's really hard for me
I can't
to take
accept compliments. Like literally, people. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
But like I like did like my year in review on my Substack, and like someone emailed.
Subscribe to it, by the way.
It's called My Ugly Mouth. And someone emailed me, and they sent this really nice email, and it was like multiple paragraphs, just like thanking me and being like nice things, and like it makes me so uncomfortable. Like I couldn't respond to it.
I know.
And I last night I was thinking about it, and I was like,
You still haven't responded to it?
No.
Oh, we're gonna hold you accountable, boo.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And like I just get nervous, and like I don't know how to accept those things.
That's fair. And I remember watching you because I went to multiple performances of your play in summer of 2023. That people would come up to you literally sobbing and be like, "Oh my god, that play," and you're just like, "I'm so sorry." That's all you had to say. And I can tell that it was an uncomfortable thing for you because you don't get that a lot.
Yeah, and then I started doing this like Oprah thing. And I'd be like, thank you. Thank you. And I was like, what is this?
Thank you. Is it helping? Or
I just get uncomfortable and I'm like, I need to do something. And I'm like,
I think you just, for me, what I want to relay to you, because like I can't let this episode go without telling you that you deserve those accolades. You deserve, hold on, let me talk here. You deserve that recognition, and all the people who are resonating with your art is for an absolute reason. That's because you, like you said earlier, are sharing a piece of yourself. And that shit goes hard because we, as human beings, we're innately born to want to connect to people. And so with you sharing your art, sharing your truth, we can't help but lean in. So allow us to lean in. I'm going to be Oprah. Allow us to lean in and tell you that you deserve all this. Because I know for sure fucking fact, Nicholas, that if I was on stage and performing, whatever my next performance is, and the next time I'm back on stage and performing in front of a crowd, and people are going to tell me all these nice things, and I go, oh, I don't deserve it. You're like, bitch, yes, you do.
that's true.
You know?
And actually, I love being at your performances because I'm just like, yeah, and I'm there. There's only one show. It was with me and Nazi. You were in like a Yellowface production of The King and I, and we still went because they were like, we need to support him, but we were like, we hate this. There's Yellowface, so like, we sat there and then we just like ate Whole Foods.
Yeah, it was Yellowface. We're not going to name names.
We're like, we're going to be rude and eat Whole Foods in the house.
We're not going to be that petty, but yeah, our king, who was supposed to be Asian, was white.
Well, also the lady.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but that girl from Modern Family was in it.
Yeah,
famous.
The
little girl.
But yeah, they Nicholas and Nazi, which Nazi, if you're watching, I want you on the podcast. I told you this. They all were like retaliating by eating really loudly in the theater. I didn't hear anything, but I was barely in that show, bruh. I was back.
That's still principal. If it was on Broadway, you would have got a principal contract. So
thank you, but they didn't pay me the principal money. But it was like good money, but it felt like labor because we had like 40 performances. And we were like, it was the closest thing I've ever done to Broadway. I mean, like, I have no regrets in doing the show, just to build that, stamina and tenacity for that role. So I think that. But it was tough. We had 40. I've never done a show that long.
You're like, Top Tim, I love you. Oh,
exactly.
And she was like, Lunta
with Caitlin. Yeah. Oh my God, Caitlin.
Oh, she's in my writers group.
Yes, she's now writing and doing. all that other stuff.
You have to come to our performance. She's performing too.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. I think we'll have time to do your shameless plugs and stuff. But what would you say is the thing that keeps your creativity alive? What keeps you inspired?
Um, I don't know if it's like necessary inspiration, but I'm just driven to achieve the goals I set out for myself.
Mm. Yeah.
So like I'm just constantly going after it. But it's hard because like it's not inspiration. Like there's no s- story in that.
Yeah.
Like this past fall, like I had like the worst like writer's block, and like I had like nothing to say, I had nothing to do, I wasn't writing, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and that's why I signed up for that like writers group thing, and
Uh,
that writing that solo show I hate, because I was like I just need to do something, and like you have to apply to get in, and I didn't think I was gonna get in. But so like, you know, it's hard for inspiration in terms of what I want to write, but I am inspired to go after what I want, if that makes sense.
yeah, absolutely. You are a go-getter. Like
Because like I haven't achieved anything. Like I want, like I want to be like I always say like I want to be an it girl, you know?
you haven't achieved anything. I'm about to slap you across. No, but like, no, that's what I admire about you is that you are essentially a person of your word. Like, if you say you're going to do something, you're going to go and get it. I'm fucking stubborn. And I will sit there and be like, yeah, I'll write a country pop song to your lyrics and I'll probably get to it eventually, but it takes me forever
Yeah.
to get to it. And I think that is therapy, hashtag therapy. Like that's really my insecurity of feeling like I'm not good enough. And I'm constantly thinking about that, especially in this season where I have to be quiet about like where I'm not able to express. I feel so
You need to fix
lost.
that. Do you think See, here's my
I'm
thing.
working on it.
I think I'm good enough. I think I'm like actually the best. And like, I see these things and I'm like, why them? They suck. But
I
then
love your character arc because when you walked in, you was like, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. But now you're.
No, but it's like it's when I'm saying like, oh, I'm not the thing that I want to be. But I think I'm the shit. I don't know.
phase where no, I mean we can unpack it for another episode for, religion and stuff, but I'm at that phase where I'm like, I don't feel like I should be obligated to be at church to showcase and show.
Good. I agree because like you would always be like, I have church. I was like, fuck you. Like we would want to do things like, oh, I have to go to church. I have to go to Costco with my mom. I was like, leave her alone. Because like you would do, like it was always like you
Well,
couldn't do something because of that. So I'm
because-
glad you don't go to church.
I don't, and I like literally. I mean, my mom listens to. I had to set lots of boundaries with her last year, and I said like it was a hard pill for her to swallow to understand that I wasn't going to go to church with her anymore or
And
sing.
here's the thing, like I'm not hella religious. I don't
Yeah.
go to church. I haven't been to church in years, but like I still pray every night. I literally have 3 Santo Niños in my house. Like
Yes.
I believe in God and I think like he'll kill
Yeah.
me if I'm a bad person. But like I'm not going to his house every week.
Exactly, and
I don't even go to my mom's house every week.
Well, yeah, you don't live with your mom, so it's different. But no, I think just to briefly unpack that, like it just I don't, in my humble opinion, you don't have to do all those things to showcase how much you love God. There are people who are just as religious and just as spiritual who pray and praise in private, and that is oh fucking okay.
Here's my thing with praying though. Like I don't necessarily pray being like, oh God. Ooh. Like I pray out of like it's just like a soothing thing. I literally pray in bed until I fall asleep. And it's
Okay.
like counting sheep for me really.
Well, whatever works. I'm not
yeah.
going to judge you.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, instead of talking about like a relationship with religion, like, praying has actually become something that's not really like religious to me. It's more of like a comforting habit.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, it's good. And I'm like whatever higher power anybody believes in. Like I will never judge anybody. The thing that bothers me is when people force their own beliefs and things down
Oh,
my
yeah.
throat. That is what I don't like.
I
is
do that
the
to
one.
you.
Well, you're okay. You can force your beliefs down. It's okay. Because I believe in your religion and I follow whatever.
Yeah, I'm a cult leader.
Yes.
The cult of.
Yeah. Okay. So we have maybe just a few more minutes or so. Do you want to take some time to do some shameless plugging? What
Sure.
you're up to?
Um, if you want to read some words,
No, not if. You should.
you should read some words on my Substack, my newsletter. It's My Ugly Mouth.
Yes. And subscribe. Pay him what he's worth.
Yeah.
Look.
Subscribe. There it is.
Look at that, boo.
Look at that fun Photoshop.
Look at Solomon. Okay, by the way, Solomon's always on top of these things because I didn't tell him to pull that up. But go ahead, plug it.
Yeah, that's it. I write humorous personal essays, and then when I'm too lazy to write an essay, I just write the Nickelist, which is a list of my favorite things of the week.
It's so.
Actually, I started this when I was telling you with that writer's block. I was like so depressed, and I had nothing to write and had nothing to say. And I think I was having like a weird like manic episode. And so I was like, I'm gonna be an essayist. And so then I started like writing essays, and so that's why I started this because of that writer's block.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you just
why I
wanted.
did it. Well, if you read the
See, this is why I love you so much. Is that like when you see a roadblock to happen in your like, for me, I just be like, fuck it. I guess I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to. But you're like, I'm gonna use that fuel to take me to the next thing.
Well, then the reason why that I kept doing it, because honestly, like if you read the first essay, it's like I'm having a bipolar manic episode. Probably I will be over this in 2 weeks.
No, you're still doing it.
Well, the only reason is because people started paying me. People started subscribing, paying
Because
money,
you deserve it.
and I was like, oh,
subscribe, pay. I mean, you gave me a free subscription, but honey,
did.
when I have my paycheck, I will.
But yeah,
I will
so follow that if you want.
No, they should. I mean, you won't be forced to, but yes, you should.
And then if you want to see a play later this
You should see a play.
year in the summer, I have a
Give like the month and
yeah, I
possible,
think
and the
it's-
year because
it's this year. I think it's
2024.
gonna be August, September. It's my play called God Will Do the Rest, which it's about actually like a Filipino family struggling with like relationship to Catholicism and parental like pressure and intergenerational disconnect.
Mhm.
Like it's very like hella Filipino. I think you would really relate.
wanna read
That's gonna be at the Los Angeles Theater Center, produced by Artists at Play and Latino Theater Company. So that'll be really fun. So
LATC.
yeah.
Nice.
So
Are there roles for me?
here's-
shooting my shot now.
no, I think there is a role for you. Here's the thing. It's like
Uh-oh.
I think you're too old for it.
Oh, see,
But I'm actually because I'm still workshopping the play, so like it could change. But there's the role that you would fit. He's like a 22-year-old that I'm actually considering aging him up.
I can't play 22 anymore. I just found out I'm too
Well,
old to
here's-
play 20.
Here's the thing. The actor who's doing the workshop later this month is like
Okay.
your age too, and like the casting directors over like he's too old. And I was like, because it's a workshop, I was like, but he's like an amazing actor and he would like do well. It's fine. But
Yeah.
depends on what the director wants. Like
That's
I'm
true.
not in charge.
I wish playwrights had more.
Audition for it.
I will.
I'll let you audition. for it.
Send me. Okay, cool.
And then
What else? Any songs you're writing? Are we gonna write a song?
we're gonna write a song.
Untitled.
Well, that's what I want to write a song for the play.
Oh, another one. We did it before.
Yeah.
So.
So I'll talk to you about that. You want to write a song for the play?
Gosh, that's so exciting.
I think that's all I have right now. It's literally January. Like I don't know what's happening.
It's January 2024, just to give you context, and this might be sporadically released. So just if the dates don't make sense or the episode numbers don't make sense, just bear with us.
And
y'all.
don't Google me performing that solo show because I don't want none of you to come to that.
I can't go.
You can go, but I don't want them to come do it.
Is it
And
paid,
like reverse promo that.
a paid ticket?
I have no
Is it okay? I can't wait for that. I hate that we have to wrap up Solomon, but it's just been such an honor to be able. Thank you for being the first guest on the Finding Your Voice podcast.
Yeah.
It's almost
Of
done.
course. If I was not the first guest, I would have been like, why am I not the first guest?
I told Veronica.
It's almost done, chat.
Co-host. I was like, Nicholas has to be the first one, and it's actually interesting just to give a little context because I was like, hey, I checked in with her earlier, like at the beginning of the year. I was like, hey, we should talk about dates for the next episode. She's like, yeah, here's when I'm free, and I was like, yeah, I want to bring in Nicholas. He was like, and then she said, I'm actually been like swamped with work. You can do it yourself on time. I'm in Veronica. I love you so much, but I'm glad that I.
Here's the thing that you don't know. I'm actually the official co-host swing for this podcast.
Oh, well, sorry.
So if anyone's never free, I'm like jumping in.
Mr. Busy, are you sure? No, I'd love you to
I'll do it
have
for the attention, honestly.
Yes, absolutely. You're welcome here anytime, and I want you to bring like an element that
Yeah.
that is you,
Maybe I'll bring some plays.
or one of the books, one of the 500 books you read
I
last year.
do like a photo of my face. Maybe that like Filipino barrel man.
It's right there.
Oh, there you go.
Pull it out. Yeah, do this camera. Yes, we're just gonna make that a
I'm
GIF.
glad you have one.
That's actually Veronica's. I don't have that. I don't have very like Filipino knick-knacky things other than like a Santo Niño and like a picture of Jesus. Something like
So in the play, the God will do the rest. The way it starts out is when you were growing up, did you ever have like a traveling Santo Niño that like would come to your house?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, that's how the play starts. Like a Santo Niño comes to their house.
Someone have to play Santo Niño?
No, it's like literally the
Okay.
statue, but like it was like the traveling
That's
one.
literally happening right now because my parents are from Cebu in the Philippines, and they have a festival called Sinulog, and that's when the Santo Niño, like they're celebrating for like, I don't know.
He's my fave. I love him.
He's great. He has the staff and the
He has like a little coat.
yes.
He's fierce.
Very
Yeah. But that's literally a line in the play, like, who's this faggot? And she's like, it's Jesus. Because he looks like a girl.
and sorry.
He has like a tight perm.
Oh,
He's like gold.
goal.
He's wearing red velvet.
It's very pert. Yeah, no. I hate that we have to go, Solomon. I would, if I could, I would have booked you for 2 hours and we'd be here forever.
You don't want people to listen to a 2-hour podcast.
We'll-
Actually,
we'll
I would.
because I like hearing the sound of my voice. I'll say that.
I do too.
We could section them off and we have like a multiple arc series. Anyway, I hate this. But thank you so much to my wonderful first guest of the Finding Your Voice podcast, Nicholas Pillapill. I encourage y'all to follow him on all the social medias because he loves that. That just like boosts his ego. Follow him on the Twitter, the X, if you will, on the Instagrams.
You need to post more on Instagram, BTW.
I'm trying.
No,
wait, hold on.
You're trying to be like this business person with projects, and like you never post on Grid, and then you only post stories about like your ice cream that you ate that day. See, I'm his mom, and I'm trying to get him to make this podcast very successful, and that includes posting more to boost your algorithm.
Thanks, Mom. I feel so horrible about myself because I felt like I posted lots of reels last year.
About what though?
Really significant things about my life.
You're like, I went on a hike. Just kidding.
Fuck you. Anyway, I hate
See,
him. I hate him.
I'm mothering.
Hold on. I gotta close the show here. This camera right here, Solomon. Thank you. Forget him. Don't follow him on Twitter. Don't follow him on Instagram. Don't subscribe to his Substack. I hate him. Anyway, I love you, Nicholas. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Solomon back there on the ones and twos, if you will, for holding it down here. I can't wait to see where we head off to.
One
next.
final word. One final.
You know, why don't you close the show? Go ahead.
I just want to say hi to the Barnamals.
What did you say?
Hi to your Barnamals.
Okay, I think you said Barnacles. Yeah, Barnacles.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to feed your children.
I think. Do you want to close? I think we should have you close the show. I'll just put on this.
Okay.
Camera. I'll tell you what to say.
I'm gonna pause it there, or stop it there, I should say, chat. Because that's pretty much the end of the episode. Yay. Thoughts, concerns. Is that cool? I'm so excited for y'all, for everyone to hear it and to see it. It comes out officially tomorrow at 10 a.m. I saw some of y'all were asking some questions and typing in the chat how some of these things are. Oh, there's an ad. 5 seconds for an ad. Okay, well. How long is this ad? How long is the ad? I don't even know how long the ad is. Oh, jeez. My phone's ringing. Hold on, Jet. Hello.
Hi.
You are live right now, by the way.
Live where?
On my Twitch.
Oh my god. Hi, Barnamals.
Yes, I just paused the stream where you were saying hi to the Barnamals. This is
You're
not
trying to
planned
keep
at
them
all.
To yourself. That's why.
What'd you say?
You're trying to keep them to yourself. You don't want me to reach out to them.
That's right. They're my
There's
Barnumals.
an ad on your Twitch stream right
I know.
now.
I'm waiting for the ad to finish.
Do you get paid for this? I'll click if you do.
Yes, like 17 cents or something like that.
Okay, I clicked it. Now I'm on peacocktv.com.
Ooh, it's for a peak. Okay, I never know what the ads are for. I love how you called right when the ad happened, so they're not gonna see this as.
This is my thing. If you love the people that you love and you want to support them, you always click the ad.
Yes.
Always click the ad and always buy it on iTunes and always pre-save on Spotify.
Oh my gosh.
You don't do those things, you don't love your artists. I'm just saying.
Okay, we're coming back from the ad in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you're just back, chat, we just got a phone call from the Nicholas Philippou himself. You would think this was planned. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But Nicholas, go ahead and reintroduce yourself. Hello. Thanks for calling in.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Philippou, longtime listener, first-time caller. I would like to say that video was filmed in January, and I've lost 30 pounds since. So look me up on Instagram. I'm way cuter.
Yes, we have all the links for you. We have a command for you. It's just Nicholas. Did you know you still have a Twitch? It's called Darby Milo.
Oh yeah, I tried to log in and I forgot.
Oh, I see what happened here.
That was in my my TikTok era when I did my experiment. And so I'm over that. I actually don't have TikTok on my phone anymore because it distracts me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Look, chat, you would think this was planned, but it's totally not planned. Oh, look at that. We're so cute. Look at our photo.
Oh, wow. How fun is that?
It's so fun. This is gonna be a grid post, but after the episode goes out, then you're making it to the grid, Mom.
I did jump in at the part where I was getting mad at you for only posting about Trader Joe's on your Instagram.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I love Trader Joe's. I'm a Trader Joe ho. Yeah,
but your brand is podcasts, not Trader Joe's.
What if it could be both?
I'm just kidding. I'm doing it again.
Yeah, that's my Tiger Mom chat. Please welcome my Tiger Mom, Nicholas. I know you caught like maybe the last 10, 15 minutes of the episode, but are you excited to listen and watch your episode?
I really am.
Okay.
I just found the chat. I can read everything people are saying now.
Yeah.
I really am, because it's been forever, and I don't remember anything that I said during this.
It's great.
So like I was saying all these things, and I was like, oh yeah. And you did not come to my solo show, by the way.
I didn't. You're right. I know. Call me out on that. There's a lot of things that didn't happen.
If you go to my Instagram on Grid, I posted a clip of my solo show, so you could watch it.
No way. Like, wait, recently, or did I just miss that? Because the fucking feed from Instagram is stupid.
I mean, when I did the show, I posted it.
Oh, okay. I'll go look at it. I'll definitely.
And then everyone was like, "When did this happen?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't tell you. That's why you didn't know it happened."
Oh, okay. Hold on. I have the exclusive. I'm gonna give you the thumbnail that's gonna be on the YouTube video. I'm gonna send it to you right now. It's so cute. Keep talking. Talk about other things while I do this. Talk about other things. You're excited to hear your episode. Are you going to be streaming on Spotify or Apple Podcasts? How are you going to be listening to the podcast?
Spotify.
Spotify. Okay. Yeah.
I really want to move to Apple Music because I think that it's like they pay their artists better, but it's kind of like, remember how in like middle school people would wear Adidas that had 4 stripes and they would be called faux Adidas, and it was like bootleg. That's what I feel about Apple Music.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
Because then, like, at the end of the year, I have to post my Spotify Wrapped, but it's like Apple. I'm like, oh.
Oh God, right. Yeah, I know. That's the thing that like, and like Apple Podcast or Apple Music try to do their own version of Wrapped, and it just doesn't hit the same way as Spotify. Spotify's the first, and will always be the first.
Oh, that's funny.
Speaking of first, look at that. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Chat, look at the thumbnail for. Hold on, I'm gonna put the phone down. Look at the thumbnail for the episode. It's gonna be on YouTube. Look at this. Oh, sorry. Isn't that cute? Our first guest. Episode 3.
Yes, but I'm actually the co-host Swing, remember?
No, that's right. Yeah, you're officially now the co-host Swing. You're absolutely right.
We should change it to co-host Swing.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah. We'll make those changes and such accordingly. But yeah, thank you so much for doing this podcast. I really wanted you as the first guest, and if it was somebody else, I would have been like, no, it has to.
Well,
be
I'm
him.
so excited to watch it, and it was fun, and I'm very proud of you that you have this new gig.
Oh my gosh, that's very
like,
sweet.
It was like hella fancy. I was there, and I'm just like what is this?
Oh my gosh, we're getting a raid.
IKEA showroom.
Oh my gosh, we're getting a raid. Claire, hi Claire, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. 1 second, Nicholas. We're getting a raid. Hi, welcome in. Thank you so much, Claire, for raiding in. I hope you had a great stream. We are talking with my best friend, Nicholas, who was the first official guest on my podcast. We just dropped episode 3. It actually will go live everywhere tomorrow. And yeah, thank y'all for being here. Claire Means raid, bring in the bears. Thank you, everyone. Oh, Nicholas, say hi to the Claire Bears.
And the podcast is called Finding Your Voice. You could find it on Spotify and Apple.
And then say hi to the Claire Bears because we just got a raid.
Hi, Claire Bears.
Yes. Claire.
It's my birthday month.
It is your birthday month. That's right. Yeah.
Here.
Yes. Claire is like a singer-songwriter. She loves cats. She's like so sweet. You would love her. She's like a cross between she reminds me of Ingrid Michaelson so much and Sarah Bareilles, which like 2 of her favorite artists. So Claire, we're honored that you are here. Thank you for bringing your community over. We appreciate you.
How would you describe me? If you describe me like Claire, what
oh my God. Hold on.
2 musician artists, and that is my mix.
One second. Claire, thank you so much. I haven't seen you in a while. I think happy to be here. Yes, thank you. I'm a little under the weather because I've been working like a dog, and it's also been crazy hot here with rapid change of temperature because it's summer, hot girl summer. But other than that, doing well. Thank you so much. How would I describe you in terms of like artists?
Well, because you described Claire as Ingrid Michaelson and Sarah Bareilles.
Yes.
So how would you describe me in the same way?
You were a cross between the entire ensemble of Fifth Harmony and Tina Fey.
I love that. I love that you said the entire ensemble of Fifth Harmony because that means it doesn't include Camila Cabello. Because you know I'm not a fan.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. I know my audience too well. Yeah, Claire, let's get a shout out for you. Give me 1 second. My mod was in here, but he might have stepped away because we played a hour-long episode. Claire Means. There we go. And then if y'all want to listen to the Finding Your Voice podcast, which Claire, if you want to invite your Claire Bears to listen to a new fun podcast, it's called Finding Your Voice. You can check out the link there. We're available on Spotify.
Oh my God.
Apple Podcasts, as well as YouTube for a visual version of it. Yeah, what's up?
I've been wanting to do this for so long because at the last episode I created a drinking game.
Okay. You created a drinking game? Oh, there's a drinking game.
Podcast.
Okay.
Your podcast, and I feel like we all have to play. And so it's like you take a drink every time you say storytelling.
Oh my.
Or voice. And you take 2 shots every time you say finding my voice. Guys, we're gonna get lit.
Okay, yes. For the kids, no kids. Repeat those rules again. There's a drinking game involved now. It's in the episode.
So it's every time they say storytelling or storyteller.
Anyone says storytelling or storyteller.
And then every time someone says finding my voice.
Okay, finding my voice. Oh my! You take
It's really fun. I was playing by myself. Because, you guys say it a lot, because that's the thesis. So, of course you're going to say it.
You know, I was just going to say, because after watching, I love this, by the way. All right, who's going to play that game, chat? I was just going to say that after watching, I've seen this episode maybe 2 or 3 times and listened to it back and forth because I'm editing and all stuff. But I've watched the other episodes as well. I say, this is one of my, habits. I say the word context a lot. So I'm going to throw the word context in there. Anytime you hear me say context, take another sip because I like just to give you some context. Oh yeah, just to, I'm catching my little mannerism there, and my little habit there. I say
but
context.
that's important, I think. So people need to know.
It's true, but I kind of want to get out of it and use a different word, just to give you some background or something like that.
Yeah, or to catch you up.
To catch you up, to fill you in.
In case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know.
Or you can be annoying and be like, and the tea is.
And the tea is. The tea is. I saw a Instagram reel today that says, be careful where you spill the tea because tea stains. And I was like, oh, that's true. That's the tea. That's the tea. Oh my God. My throat hurts so bad. I woke up today with a scratchy throat. Good thing I had today off, but I'm trying to rest.
Remember what I told you? Remember the last time I saw you, like a week ago, and the way I was talking to you?
What did you say?
Remember? I was like, you have to talk like this because it's better for your vocal cords.
Ariana,
because your vocal cords don't rub against each other when you talk high like this.
We should have had you talk like that at the top of the call and see if people can recognize who you were.
Well, actually, that was just my sister talking to you.
Oh,
I'm
your
back.
sister. What's your sister's name?
Lordine.
Nadine?
Lordine.
Lordine. Okay. So if I talk like this, it's better?
Yeah, doesn't it just feel better in your vocal cords if they're not rubbing?
I guess so, a little bit. But I know I just sound like Elmo.
No, it's kind of, you know how like...
Actually, that hurts. No, I don't like that.
Melt, so then they have to mix. You're just mixing.
Mixing, yeah. Yeah, even this morning at voice therapy, my therapist was like, you need to be gentle. And I was like, I don't know how to do that.
Well, here's what I think you need to do. I'm all for you streaming, but you need to limit that like a TV show. You stream for like an hour and then you stop. You can't be streaming until like 3 a.m. every day.
That's true. I mean, I don't.
Because I heard that on your one episode. You're like, I was streaming from like 5:30 to 3 a.m. and I was like, that is insane.
No, what you were catching was me saying like previously, like before this whole vocal injury, I would literally stream from 8:30 p.m. to like 3 in the morning, and I'd be fine the next day. But now I can't do that, so that's why I was saying that. But yes, I'm gonna, as soon as we hop off this call, I'm gonna end the stream and rest up because I have work tomorrow. So I'm being a good boy.
8 hours, baby.
As
Sleep
much
with
as
the
possible.
humidifier.
But even like I can't even get 8 hours because I'm like I've been like kind of restless lately. I've been only clocking in like 4 or 5 hours, right?
Me too. It's so hard. Like, and I'm trying to get 8 and 9 hours, and I literally like give myself the time to do it, and then my body will wake up and it's like, "You're done."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wait, it's only been 5 hours."
I have like a sleep ritual where I like dim the lights and then I'll spray my little. Do you know that Ashley Tisdale has like a cosmetic line at Target called Frenchie? Yeah, so I use her little sleep spray. It's really good, by the way. And I spray that, and then I just like I put that in the fan so that it just kind of goes everywhere. And then
this is what you do. This is my routine.
Okay.
At 9:30, I turn off my lights.
That's soon. Okay.
Or start to dim. I'm still awake. Like,
okay.
I'm still doing everything. I just turn all the lights low.
Okay.
Like I don't use any overhead lighting, so I have like one lamp on.
Okay.
And I'm trying to trick my mind to wind down.
Okay.
And then I turn the AC on. You know, sometimes you have to like let out a nut, and then you take a nice shower, and then you just lay in bed and read a book, and then you fall asleep.
Yes, all of that. Thank you. It's true. It's true. You gotta let it. You gotta unload somehow. Listen. Yes, Jiggly Dad. Hello.
Hi, Jiggly Dad.
Jiggly Dad loves Maggie Rogers. You know who Maggie Rogers is, Nicholas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love her. She's so good. I remember seeing her at Coachella in 2019 before she blew up, and she's amazing. And
who is someone that you've been listening to recently that you love?
Oh, let's just go to my on repeat right now. My latest obsession is obviously Chappell Roan, next to that Sabrina Carpenter, but there is this girl. I want to say girl, unless she has different pronouns. Do you know who Ray is?
Yeah, from England.
Yeah, Raye. That song Worth It? Oh my gosh. That's so good.
Okay, now I'm gonna look at my on repeat.
Okay.
And I just want to see what I listen to because I don't know.
Oh, okay. Also, Jenna Reed, Jen Arie. She fell on my For You page. She's good stuff.
Okay, so I listened to Normani.
Okay. Yeah, the new album.
Everyone needs to listen to Normani.
Okay.
I listened to JT, the rapper, my fave.
Okay.
Saweetie.
Saweetie.
Literally my number one.
Okay.
I listen to her every day because when you listen to music and it's it pumps you up.
Yes.
She does that for me.
Like just in general, or for before a workout, or just
everything.
She pumps you up for everything. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Well, there are some. Actually, my go-to song to get me amped up, or just kind of what is that word? Just kind of there's another Beyonce song that it's your big entrance where it's the main character energy. It's Me Too by Megan Trainor.
Yeah, it's okay.
If I was you, I wanna be me too. It is. It's the energy for sure.
So my 3, and I always play them. It's Work From Home by Fifth Harmony,
Which I listened to the other day. Yes.
Yeah, and then it's Act Up by City Girls and Icy Girl by Saweetie. I play those 3
in that order.
Not necessarily. Yes, because you know what? It used to be just Work From Home.
Okay.
For the longest time, and then I added those 2 as the ones that really get me going. Oh my gosh, yes, Muna.
Oh, Muna, yes, Jiggly.
I haven't listened to the live album yet. I'll listen to it. I love Muna. Also, speaking of Muna, I don't know Jiggly Dad, but today I was where's Haim?
Oh, yeah, where is Haim? Wait, you can read back. Jiggly Dad says, my daughter's also pepperoni. Not that I think you two are alone. I've been wearing out Muna live album. Okay, so good. Yay. Yeah.
Yeah, Silk Chiffon, so good. Oh, on Muna's last album, they have the most sickening run of tracks, in the first half of the album where I'm how does one put back to back songs so good, so back to back? It's amazing. You must listen.
Yeah, definitely. That's on my list for sure.
Silk Chiffon all the way to Kind of Girl, number 5, just in that order, so good.
Yeah. Jiggly says, where did Haim go?
I know, they're my favorite. I listened to them as a joke because people were talking about them, and I was who are these horse girls?
Oh my God.
And I didn't get it, and so it was you can even Google it. There's a tweet where I was I'm gonna fuck around and listen to Haim today.
Not the horse girls. Oh my gosh.
And then at the end of that year, Haim was my number 1 artist, and I had to retweet myself, being I was wrong.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying to scroll through. I'm still obsessed with the Billy album. Well, probably not as much as when it first came out, but still.
Oh, you know what I listened to? Charlie XCX Brat. I love that album.
Is that why that word brat is coming from the Charlie XCX song? Is that why?
Yeah. Oh. It's her album. It took me a while to listen to it, but I finally did, because I did a run and I just needed a long playlist, and I listened to it, and I was oh, you know what?
Also, yeah.
The hype is correct.
How old were you when you found out that Charlie XCX is Indian?
Oh, a year or 2 ago. I
just learned that because of TikTok. One of the sisters was doing an acting thing, right? Oh. What was that?
I was going to say, my controversial thing is, there are people who are yes, you can be, Indian, but then there are also people who are are you Indian, or is your mom Indian? You know what I mean? I only do this with celebrity culture because I just wish celebrities would talk about being from somewhere else, and they, never do.
Well, there's a lot of slander happening right now with Shay Mitchell.
With Shay Mitchell?
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what I'm talking about. They never, the Filipino people are we love her, she's Filipino, but then, she never introduces herself as Filipino. And now she's not even introducing her mom as Filipino.
Yeah, so what is your, do you have any thoughts on that?
I hate that, and that's what I'm saying. It's I feel and I hate to
They
say
only
it,
do it when it's convenient.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, do you actually identify as that, or is your parent just that thing?
Yeah, and no.
I wish they would speak up. And if you compare, like, Shay Mitchell to people like Saweetie and her, who are also mixed race, but they talk about being Filipino all the time.
Yeah, her even does it as well.
Yeah.
I would expect her to say something, because I'm sure this has made it to her ears that people are, saying these things. I think it does warrant a response from her. It's a shame, because people have like stitched clips of her like acknowledging it before, but then now she's like, I'm Spanish, and everyone's like trolling her in the comment section.
In my play, the one that we were talking about on your show, there's a line in it where, like, they're talking, and the grandma says something like, "Oh, it's because we're Spanish," and like the grandson's like, "No, we're not," and she's like, "Yes, we are. We all have Spanish blood," and the grandson's like, "No, that's false. That's colonialism." And it's because it's like such an embedded thing where Filipino people are so like self-hating that they latch on to these like Spanish things where it's like, it's not true, bro. Like, there's like actual like evidence in the DNA in studies where it's like, no, you have no Spanish blood.
It's true. Well, I took a 23andMe test, and I do have Iberian in me, which is Spanish and Portugal, and that does the genealogical makeup of my Southeast Asian side. So I think it's important to acknowledge where you come from, especially when you have a community that is in your corner solely because of that, because you are, essentially being somebody who's representing that community, and you do have a responsibility, whether you like it or not, to uphold that.
If you want to be like less like positive about it, I think I talked about it in your podcast, like, just do it for the money grab, because people are gonna love you for it.
I mean, that too.
Even though I'm very proud, but like,
sure,
I did not listen to the whole thing, but I think I did say, like, no one cared about me until I started like milking my identity.
It's true, and it has to cost you something, like you had mentioned, which that was a great takeaway, and I hope that like is something we'll see what people resonate with. But
that's deep.
It is deep.
Ooh, are you doing reels for this? If you do any reels, you should add me as a collaborator, so then we can.
I will.
We can make the reach bigger.
Yes, I already have some timestamps that I've kind of designated for possible clips. But if you find any, just send them to me.
Okay. And if any of them include my thighs, you can cover those thighs up.
Your thighs are thick.
I know.
No, that's a compliment. You could crush someone with those thighs.
Better now, though.
You could crush someone with those thighs, though. Listen, you could have wore anything on that podcast, but you decided on that day to show up in short ass shorts right from the gym.
Well, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's a podcast. It's like popularly known as a like audio medium.
Sure. But, well, I would argue that nowadays there's a visual aspect to many podcasts now.
Yeah, if you're like on iWork.
True. One of the things that I have marked is when you say, I like bees.
What?
Where you say, I like bees. Remember that?
What does that mean?
Exactly. This is why I think it's great content. It happens at the 27-minute and 35 mark. And you say, I like bees, because we're talking about our songwriting process, and you were telling me, I like bees, and what you're referring to is not the animal, but the chord. You love the note, like how a bee sounds. Yes.
I do.
So that's why I was like, I think that'd be a great clip. And that's why I think I might like throw in like a bee emoji. I like bees, and I'm like, no. He's talking about the chord.
Okay, it's like I also do like bees. I love watching. Well, when I had TikTok, I would watch the bee lady.
Yes, it was a good day of saving the bees. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you know what I'm really into right now? There's this like crow by my work. I see her every day. I think she's about to die because like she can barely fly, and like like when you have bedhead, that's what her feathers look like.
That's like literally me. Like, yeah.
Her name is Undine. I named her Undine, but I see her like every day, and like she just makes me so happy. And I'm gonna be sad when I don't see her anymore.
You missed the opportunity to name her Cheryl.
No, I didn't. I wanted to name her Undine.
Sheryl Crow? No? Okay.
No, but Undine is from an Eve Wharton book.
A who book?
I hope I'm saying her name right. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at me.
Wharton. No, her name is Eve Wharton. The book is called The Custom of the Country.
Oh, Jiggly Dad says Wikipedia tells me that they announced they were working on their 4th album. This is Haim, 1623 on TikTok, and that they had a song on the Barbie soundtrack, so I have to assume something is close. Come on, Coggles, it was right there.
Did not like Sheryl Crow.
Or Counting Crows. Okay.
Cogglesworth loves books and loves Edith Wharton and agrees with Undine.
Great. Fine. I'm alone in this boat. Another thing that I potentially would use as a clip is when you go, here's the thing, I hated you because you sounded good because you could sing.
Yes.
I think that's a great way to start right there. Write these down, Nicholas. 27 minutes and 35 seconds is for I Like Bees.
That's so funny because it's so true.
That's 27:35. The next one is 32 minutes and 46. That's Nicholas hated Michael. 35 minutes and 53 seconds is Nicholas can't accept compliments.
That's true.
And that's where you do the Oprah thing. Thank you. That.
What's the Oprah thing? I'm so excited to watch this.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you all. You have to watch. It's great. I love that we recorded this back in January and didn't release it now, because then you can go back to it as if it's new, you know?
So what we should do next month, we should record another episode, so then you can release that in January
of next year. That'll be in season 2.
I know.
I just spoke to Veronica. We're discussing the remainder of the season. What else? This is a serious one. 1956. Art has to cost you something. Yep.
That's so deep.
You're so deep, yeah. And then 7 minutes and 25 seconds, I say you're still so cute. I call you cute. And then 41 minutes and 38 seconds, which you caught the last of the podcast. You said, here's the thing. I think I'm the shit. I'm the best. So that could be potentially that one too.
I'm sorry, but you have to be obsessed with yourself.
No, I know. If anything, honestly, when I keep replaying that, it reverberates and what you're telling me in that moment. And when I was sitting there, you're like, you have to think that way. I'm starting to adopt that.
If you don't think you're amazing,
well,
then what's the point of doing the hard work? What we do, I know we do different things, but the things that we've chosen to do aren't easy. And so, why do it if you don't think you're the best?
Yeah,
unless you like to learn, I guess. And you're like, oh, I really love learning.
Well, I don't think I'm the best at that thing, but I know I'm one of the best. I'll say that.
Right.
That's the progress. Yeah. Is that I can.
I just think people are too humble, and I'm like, I get it, but
well,
I don't know.
Because people will get dragged and you learn, you get humbled really quick if you don't, right? So there's a level of gratitude that has to be given there. And here's the thing, I acknowledge where I come from, but I'm at that place now where I'm no longer apologizing for who I am when I walk into the fucking room now, or trying to win people over. You know this. I've had a good conversation about how my life has kind of turned upside down with, having to spend the last 3 years trying to win approval from people, and specific people who never reciprocated. And I'm just fuck that shit. If you don't want to be in my life, then there's the fucking door, So,
okay.
So I am the best. I'm the best there ever was, there ever is. HBIC had his bitch in charge. No, but I'm proud of where I am in my journey, and I'm proud of you as well. I did put the link in the YouTube video for your Fractured Atlas the donation page.
Oh yes, if you want to support my production.
Yes.
The money goes straight to the actors.
Let me go grab that link right now. Keep talking.
We announced the cast this week.
You will?
Yes.
Oh my god, how exciting. Okay.
You see all the famous people that are in it.
Oh my god. You have names? Let's go. See? He's famous, y'all. Here's the link right here. Chat. I'm going to put it for anyone that wants to make a donation to help fund Nicholas's world premiere play called God Will Do the Rest here in Los Angeles. I'm going to put the link here. My phone is vibrating. Okay. There it is. I think that's the right one.
God will do the rest.
God will do the rest.
No, you will do the rest.
Because you are the best.
Oh, someone subscribe to my Substack. Thank you. I promised to update it.
Oh my
I haven't
gosh.
updated it in a while.
Look at that. You got conversions. I don't know.
I've been busy.
I'm gonna guess it's Coggles. But don't dox them. Don't say it out loud.
It's coming back.
Yes.
The podcast, the Substack is coming back.
Wait, when was the last entry?
Oh, forever ago.
Yeah, the same could be said about my freaking Patreon. Yeah, at one point, and Coggles, I'm kind of calling you out because Coggles literally was like carrying the Patreon on his back. He would donate here in the chat subs. He would subscribe to my Twitch and then support my Patreon, which I never updated in like 2.5 years, and you kept paying for like a month. So we love Coggles. We stand Coggles in this household, as we say.
Oh, of course.
But I think I don't blame anyone who stopped the Patreon. Maybe I can convert the Patreon to it being supported for the podcast.
Well, this should be maybe something like this.
What's up, Romps? Romps says hi, Nick.
Hi, Romps.
What were you saying?
Maybe something like this is Patreon. Behind the scenes. You know what I really want to do? I really want to start an OnlyFans, but just of my feet.
You can. It's called. Oh, why do I know this? It's called Feet Finder.
Like, one of my goals is literally be famous enough that I have like a celebrity Wiki Feet page. Like, that's
honestly
like one of my goals.
Listen, chat, times are hard. I contemplate doing something like that. I kind of like. I mean, this is TMI. I do like my feet. I did contemplate thinking about. By contemplate, I mean I actually went to the website and started researching because I was like, you know what?
Oh,
I know y'all wouldn't judge me for how I make my dollar, you know.
And we're Asian, like that's like big bucks.
They like Asian feet. Listen, can I ask?
Like, I feel like I could do feet. Like I don't want to do butthole or anything like that, but like I could totally do my feet.
Yeah, feet's it's surface level. Literally, you're on the ground. Wait, Nicholas, it might be TMI question, but what size shoe or feet are you?
Depends. It's like 11 or 10 and a half.
Damn, you have big feet.
Not really.
No, if that's not really big, I'm much more.
You're a size 4.
Okay, fuck you. No, I don't have ballerina like baby feet. No, I am wide-footed though. I'm actually 9.5.
Well, Celine Dion, did you see that clip of Celine Dion where she was talking about how, like, she'll fit into any size shoe because, like, she's that obsessed with shoes?
No. I also want to watch. Is this part of her documentary, which I want to watch?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, you should watch it.
I know, because it falls in line with
her voice.
Exactly. Chat, put that on the to-do list for y'all to watch the Celine Dion documentary. It's on Amazon, I think, right?
Yeah.
Prime. And they literally like capture her having an episode while they're filming, which is crazy. Only corn, says Jiggly Dad. Ew.
I don't have corns.
I know, chat, you wouldn't judge me. I mean, I probably wouldn't be transparent, but like, yo, I sell feet. But you wouldn't be like, if you found that about me, I know, Nicholas, you wouldn't judge me. You'd be like, get your dollar, get your bag, you know?
I'm just going to divorce my husband. That's how I'll make money.
Divorce your husband? Okay. Got it. Anything else? Oh, okay. If you don't remember Rob says, I doc Rich. Do you remember him?
Oh my god, yes.
That's Rob's, yeah.
Hi, Rich.
There you go.
Oh my god. Amazing. I love you.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I'm gonna throw back.
It is a throwback to Periscope days. My fondest memory of Romps is when he visited here. He came to LA a couple times. But he's also an eye doctor. And then I often will send him like questions about my eye because I don't have an official eye doctor or optometrist. So
how do you see?
I don't. I wear these fake ass glasses.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I know I don't have 20/20. I don't have as good vision as I did before, and God knows as I'm getting older, that it's not getting any better.
As someone who does wear glasses, when someone wears fake glasses, I really get offended.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put myself on the screen so you can see. I'm wearing fake glasses. Well, because these are my headshot glasses, because you can't have the lens in an actual headshot photo shoot because there's a flare or glare.
Right.
So
yeah, that's what it was like when we all had to do Zoom, and like I couldn't use the ring light because then you would just have a ring light in your glasses. But then
That's
like
right.
I was like, but my skin looks amazing, so I would have to like.
That's true.
Disgusting.
You did. Oh, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about it off screen.
What?
There's something in the podcast that you mentioned that you wanted to possibly work on, and I don't think I've heard any update on that. So we'll get back to that. We'll get back.
It's because we're not doing it anymore. That's why.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't have to expect that anymore. Okay, cool. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's not like I'm disappointed too. That it was out of my control.
Yeah. At what point is this not your show anymore? Just kidding.
Oh, it still is, but you know, it's theater, so it's all collaboration.
No, I know, I get it.
And I'm not a difficult person. Like I am willing to meet in the middle. So.
Yes, but never compromise your own art, though. Make sure it's truthful for you. That's what I would say. Anything else? Any other last minute plugs before we Oh, thank you for the follow, AVC92. Wait, you've been here before. Oh, Coggles donated to the play.
Oh, thank you.
Coggles. I don't think Nicholas can see how much it is, which is fine. Don't reveal information like that. But we thank you so much for your contribution to the
I'll just let them know and be like, someone did it. Michael Barnum did that.
No, I can't take the credit. No,
you were giving me a platform. That's what you do. You're Oprah now. Oprah gives platforms.
I'm Oprah. Say that again. Say that again.
You're responsible for like, you know, like when people do like the daytime talk show. You're a daytime talk show. I'm promoting my
oh my God, yes,
my gig.
You know, this is why I love podcasting so much, because there was a moment as a kid where I wanted to be like a radio disc jockey, DJ. Like I wanted to do that. And
yeah,
so,
you get a platform. You get a platform.
That's right. You get a platform. And if you donate an extra $5, Nicholas will wear platform shoes. Just kidding. You clicked on follow accidentally. I was like, AVC, you've been here before, so joined immediately again. Did not know. No worries, EVC93. If you're just tuning in, we are on the phone with my bestie, Nicholas, who is the first official guest on the Finding Your Voice podcast. And this episode drops tomorrow at 10 a.m. What time, Nicholas? 10 a.m. Pacific time. All over the...
episode sponsored by Cogglesworth.
Essentially.
Shout out.
Yeah. It's going to be on the YouTube, so you can use the FYV command. Appreciate that. And, okay, you know what I'm really excited for, Nicholas, is the audio version. I put a little thing at the very top of the audio version that you're going to hear as soon as you listen to it on Spotify.
When does it get released?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Oh, I have to wait? Okay. Is it me singing?
No, it's of me talking about you.
Oh, my intro?
Yeah.
So excited.
Yes. I'm so obsessed with it. Like every time I get in the car, because of course I love the sound of my own voice, but every time I get in the car, I have to play the intro because I like hearing it. And it's the first episode. Like, not only is this the first episode with an official guest, but it's also the first episode on the audio version with music and an intro.
Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing. I was actually wondering about that because I was like, this guy writes music. How come there's no theme song?
Oh, I didn't compose it. I didn't have the manpower for that right now. But yes, you'll hear some royalty-free music, which I think fits the vibe. Happy to support Nicholas and the nightly routine of letting the nut out. Oh my God. Cockles.
That's my...
Is that what you wrote? I hope you did not write that in your actual donation page.
That's my person.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. You hear that, chat? Hashtag let the nut out.
Maybe that'll be my comeback essay.
But spell the. I won't say it, but spell the first part of that word in a different way. Wink, wink. Do you catch my drift?
What? Not?
No. Your what episode? Oh my God, never mind. We won't talk about it anymore. Oh my God, Coggles, yes, exactly.
Oh my God, my comeback, yes.
Coggles, you're spicy tonight, huh? Because it's hot? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Isn't that genius? Come on.
Funny. My comeback.
I think that should be your new podcast. The Nut. Like.
The Nut. Or the comeback.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember in Parks and Rec? There's like a famous blooper with Chris Pratt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I actually like it. I mean, it's definitely going to be, 18 and over, but I'm there. Let the nut out. Let the nut out.
Well, that's perfect because I'm 23, so.
Yes. And then why am I why are the wheels spinning? Like you can have merch of like 2 peanuts kind of like shaped. This is too much. Never mind.
Alright, I'm gonna make my whole brand sperm.
Yeah. Spermtastic.
Yeah.
Sperm. I'm trying to think of a pun for it.
I can have a coconut soda called the Jizz.
Oh my God. You need to write this down, Nicholas. Because the internet loves inappropriate things, and people are gonna buy it and like support the shit out of it. I think you got your first seller right there. Your first customer, Coggles, right there. He'll buy it. Let the nut out. Let the nut out. Okay. I do want to wrap up because I need to get back to resting. But is there anything else you want to share with the chat before you go?
No, I really appreciate you.
Aww.
And all your followers. Most of all, I appreciate Cogglesworth more than you.
Of course, you should.
And yeah, I'm so excited to listen to the episode. And as I said at the top of this thing, when you like someone, you click the ads, but you also press like.
Yes.
And then you watch it till the end.
You comment, subscribe. Who's going to be the first to comment on the YouTube page is the better question. Huh?
And on Instagram, you also you save it. You press the little button that saves it.
Save, share, cancel. Yeah.
You should see my archive post. It's just me trying to support people. I don't even care, but I just feel like it helps them.
I appreciate that. Do you find this is a sidebar conversation? Do you find it hard to sometimes keep up with all your creative friends because you're in a huge network of people? So it's like they have a play, they have music and stuff, and do you just are selective with who you choose to support, or how do you manage that? Because I know I get overwhelmed. Even me, I can't make it to everything that you do.
I'll go if it's I'm invited an opening night or something like that. There are people where yeah, I'll probably go to it. I don't know, it's hard because I don't want to ever leave my house. So yes
it's
and
true.
no.
So that's why when Nicholas leaves the house, chat, and he goes to see you at a play, he goes to support you in anything, or drives to see you, that's love.
And I used to go to a lot of your stuff.
I know.
But now it's the way you started gigging too regularly, and I was oh, I'm not going to that.
I don't gig as much anymore though. It's mostly private gigs. But yeah, I know, yeah.
But it's really hard because I'm also judgmental, so when I'm watching someone's play, it's a mixture of me not liking it because I think it's bad, and not liking it because I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Or me loving it because it's good, and then me hating that I love it because I'm jealous.
Exactly. There's in
too much.
About a quarter of the way through in the episode, you refer to somebody. You don't say whose play it is. Be sis, that play was not good. And I'm I want the deal. Whose team?
No.
You don't say who it is, but.
Do I describe the play? I'm so scared.
No, I don't think you describe it. No, because you were just
okay.
It was it was sort of like an offhanded comment. It was no, I don't like your play, sis. It's not good. But you'll find that out more. I
didn't leave strong hints.
When you listen to it, I want you to go back and I want the story out. because I like the tea. But be careful, because when you spill the tea stains in certain places. Yeah. Chat, any other questions for me or Nicholas before Nicholas takes off? I'm sorry. Thank you for taking time for us. I don't know if you were eating dinner or you're just chilling at home.
Oh, I am.
How are you keeping cool?
Well, I live in shorts.
Mm-hmm. Shorts.
And I have air conditioning. I always carry a hand fan. I have a neck fan.
Oh my God. Yeah. I have
ice water. I know you can't drink ice water, but ice water.
No. I shouldn't drink ice water, but sometimes it's all you need, something cold just to feel refreshed. Like especially when I'm on tour, I put ice in my hydro flask. It was hot, so hot the other day that as soon as I put the ice in there, it melted inside the hydro flask, which goes against what hydro flask is supposed to do. But anyway, I appreciate you. Right. Thank you for being my tiger mom. I can't wait for you to see the episode, for everyone else to digest it and all that. But yeah, I'm sure we're.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you at my play.
Yes, is that in?
We're planning an influencer night. You should go to influencer night.
I don't know if I qualify. I'm micro influencer.
No, you count.
Okay, I'll take it.
There's an AAPI influencer night where we're trying to let people uplift the community of online people.
Uplift the community of online people?
Asian content creators, not influencers. It's like influencers, content creators.
Oh,
and
got
so the
it.
Event, it's like a gathering of AAPI content creators, and then so we're gonna have a pre-show where they can mingle. We're gonna watch a show, and then we're gonna have a talk back.
That's cool. Because
they can talk about what it's like to be AAPI and creating content. And
I love that. They're also, I think you should. I mean, you probably already have this plan, but reach out to the people who are not only Asian American but also under the LGBTQIA.
We have a Pride Night coming. That's also because I wrote an essay in a book. It's called. It's about being Filipino and queer, and so I have an essay in it. So we're doing a Pride Night connected to that book, where we're gonna have a panel with the contributing authors and a book signing and
That's
stuff like
cool.
that. So.
Love it. We love the education. Souther says the podcast was cool. Michael and Nick wish you the best. Thank you so much, Souther. All right, Boo. I appreciate you. I'm gonna rest up. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for having me. I'm about to turn off my lights.
Yes. And
then take a nap.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
No, have fun with that. All
right, thank you.
All right, bye. There you have it, chat. Yeah, that's the one thing we took away from this podcast or this night is let the nut out. You never know what you're gonna get with Nicholas. Yeah, chat. I don't know if you can tell, but I feel really tired. I'm exhausted and I'm really hot, and it's just not the most pleasant feeling to have right now. I want to chug a bunch of tea right now. I still have to work. So tomorrow, I have to rest up. I'm not even gonna raid. I'm really that tired. Great theme night, Michael. Thanks, Jiggly. I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the podcast. Goes up at 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, tomorrow, July 9th. Also available on all streaming platforms. I just want to say one more thing before we leave. When I had teamed up with Veronica Arani to do the podcast, we didn't know what we were getting into, and I so badly needed an avenue to explore creatively because it's been hard because I haven't been able to sing as much or to be on stage and whatnot. I needed something else. This has not only filled that void, but it has so much more layers to it. And I didn't think that I would have so much joy doing it, but I do. And so I really hope you're sensing that, and you can see the joy that I get from doing this, from recording the podcast, from editing it, from building the thumbnails and stuff. It's super fun for me, and I love it. and we want to continue it. So, thank you. If you want to continue to support the podcast, support us here in the Barnimals, because anything you contribute here will go towards that. All right, I'm really tired. Thank you for the first glimpse of the of course, Souther. Remember, you can follow me on the social media feeds, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I should make one for the podcast, huh? Yeah, I should probably do that. Again, we're not rating. I'm much too tired. I'm gonna go make some tea, and then I'm gonna go. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see y'all later. Take care. The VOD will be up hopefully by the morning. If not, later tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Good night, Coggles. Appreciate you. Oh my God.